Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's August 17th, 2021, and last week we had Thea's Kubota B2601 delivered. That's that little tractor back there. And we've gotten several different components for it. It has the quick attach front end loader and the quick attach bucket as well, which were skid steer type quick attach. We also got a Land Pride grapple for this unit. We've got a ballast box for it. We did buy a quick attach for the 3-point hitch. It doesn't seem to work very well for some of my other equipment, but I have a Titan 3-point hitch that I put on it that does take the rest of the equipment. And we have a flail mower that mounts behind it off the 3-point hitch as well. So all those things came last week. And so this tractor is actually Thea's tractor. We do need a small tractor like this one to be able to navigate in some of the tighter places around the property, getting in between some of the fruit trees and all. We did order a canopy for it, so there's a fiberglass canopy that hooks onto the ROPS, the rollover protection bars as well. And so today's video is just taking a look at Thea's first time going for a ride on her new Kubota. I'll be using it at times. I've already used it a couple of times. But it is a very nice little tractor, and this is so that Thea has a machine that she can get on at any time. If I'm down and back, this'll handle the rough ground. It's not their smallest tractors. They have a BX series as well. This is a 26 horsepower, I think 19.5 horsepower at the power takeoff. You know, it's a small, light-duty tractor is how I would think about it. A lot of people will get a mid-mount mower on it. It does have a mid-mount PTO as well that can run a snowblower off the front of it, but that's not what our functions are on the property. One, it's for Thea to get very comfortable with. She used to drive the Case 995 Optimus Prime years ago, much larger tractor than this tractor, and she was fairly comfortable with that, but that's probably 30 years ago or more since she's been on it. I'm usually the one that gets on the heavy equipment, but since she's retiring at the end of this year, we wanted her to get really comfortable with it. So what you're going to see in this video is some footage of me sneaking around with Thea having her first day on the equipment. And the reason that I'm sneaking around is because we have a relationship where if I'm standing right there, Thea's stress level can get a little bit higher because she's just waiting for me to say something like lift the bucket higher, tilt it this way, press turn up the RPMs on it, those sorts of things. And so I really want her to have a very pleasant experience and not have her anxiety being kicked up a couple of notches because I'm standing there and, quote, being judgmental. As I am, because I think that it's just giving helpful hints at increasing frequency of my voice tone if I don't think she's getting it. So I just wanted her to have a good time. So in a sense, it'll look like I'm just sneaking around, and I was sneaking around. But she had a really good experience with it. We've been real busy harvesting and processing various crops right now. The tomatoes are going full tilt boogie. One peach tree is done. We got several more coming. Of course, all the other fruit trees, and the broccoli's producing like crazy. Blueberries are just about done. Blackberries are producing like crazy. And there's just so much stuff to do around here. So she hasn't had the time to really get on it and start working things. So one of my next goals is for her to go on up with the wood chips and start getting used to using the front end loader on it. Then I want to get the grapple mounted on it so that she can pick up materials, branches and limbs, those sorts of things with the grapple, and I can operate the chainsaw. As she gets much more comfortable with this piece of equipment, then she'll probably feel much more comfortable on another Kubota tractor that we'll have coming in the future as well. So what you're going to see now is some footage of me sneaking around and then encountering Thea a couple of times and talking through a couple of things on the Kubota B2601. An awesome little tractor so far, and I think we love it. So here we go. Okay, so it's Saturday, August 14th, 2021, and I hear Thea on her new tractor, and this is her first day being on her new tractor. I just came out here with her. So there she is on her Kubota B2601, and I showed her basically the loader operations, the low, medium, and high transmission settings, and that's about it, and the throttle and the 3-point hitch. So we disconnected the York rake a couple minutes ago, and one thing I've learned over the years after decades of being married is not to stand there and look impatient while she's trying to grasp the controls and all. So she's got her seatbelt on, she's letting it stay in a relatively low RPMs right now, and she's doing a good job. Years ago she used to run the Case 995, but that was decades ago, and so her confidence in getting on a tractor again isn't where it was years ago, and we want to make this as pleasant an experience as possible. So is she going to go up the driveway, or is she going to go around the building? What is she going to do? Looks like she's going to go up the driveway. Now there's a small pile of wood chips up there up front. I told her that if she wanted to, she could practice with the loader. I told her that the other day. I didn't think that she would, but she's heading in that direction. She may just be turning around up there. Yep, she's just going to turn around. Oh, she's going back up. I really don't want her to see me right off the bat, because that would make her feel a little nervous. And I want her to feel comfortable and confident, and that I'm not watching her like a hawk waiting for her to do something wrong. Oh. So we're up here with the blackberries now, and you can see I didn't prune these. I've been really bad, and so you can see there's lots and lots of blackberries here. It's a small one here, not quite ready to pick. These are Chester and Triple Crown blackberries. I love blackberries. I love so many different types of berries. But the deer had been coming up here and ripping out so many of them because they love them too. And Thea will, in the next day or so, come up here and get a couple more gallons. Maybe she'll come today and get a couple gallons, and then on Monday get a couple gallons. Love these in our smoothies. So I see she's up there by pond 2. So where's she going to go now? Oh, I think she's going up by the 3rd food forest now. Yep. Yeah, she's up by the garlic and all right now. I'm gonna walk over here. I have to support these apples here that the winds have been hitting so much, and you see how they adapt by getting used to that. But that's our persimmon tree that you see us harvesting the persimmons from. And I carefully avoided mowing over here because these are young persimmons trees. There's several of them right in here. And I leave the weeds up next to them, a couple more younger ones. So when these go dormant in the fall, I'll come up here and dig them up, and we'll have a couple more persimmons to transplant on the property. I do love persimmons. They're just amazing. Here are a few more persimmons right over here. And since they're dioecious, you could have some that are males that aren't going to produce fruit. So it's a gamble when you grow them from seed or you grow them from self-seeding. And I got to get around here and start harvesting some of these apples. Some of these apples are ready now. And the problem is so many different, like the peaches, we've got to get those processed right after harvesting because they start to go bad. The fruit flies get to them. Boy, she's all the way up by pond 1 right now. Oh, she's heading back, so she must have gone up there and turned around. She's getting used to raising and lowering the bucket, I see. That's good. Curl it, uncurl it. This stuff gets to be second nature after a while. So now she's going to go down the roadway. So she's going to be hidden by the walnut trees and all those Jerusalem artichokes or sunchokes that are right there. This is pond 2 right here. The goal is to let her experience it, not distract her. You're on high?
So is this a turtle and a hare?
Yeah, the faster you go, you pull it this way, you pull it towards you.
So, does this go any faster or is
Oh yeah, yeah. So the higher the RPMs and the further you push it,
okay,
the faster it's going to go.
but it seems like this would take forever to get somewhere.
Well, you have it in medium.
I have it in high.
Oh, you have it in high, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just turn it up to there. Now go ahead and...
It's very bumpy. It's not like the car.
No, it's not like the car.
I went over a branch that big and
Yeah.
Put all around like
Well,
that.
this is a small compact tractor. Do you like it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do.
What's the name of your tractor?
Mini me.
Mini Me. There you go.
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna go down a hill.
Yeah, go wherever you want, hon, and turn your throttle where you want it. You can turn it up as you're driving,
Okay.
whatever you want. And the further you press that pedal, the faster it'll go.
Okay. All right.
Good luck.
I haven't broke it yet.
Atta girl.
Oh.
Yes. Well, she made a good point. You'll go over something on a small tractor like this and the tires are not loaded. There is no ballast on this tractor yet. I do have a ballast for it, but she's not doing any loader work, just driving around. But these are going to be, since there's not a lot of weight, the tires aren't being compressed so much. It's going to be much more bouncy than at other times. So it's really good to get out there and just drive the tractor. Drive it around, drive it around, drive it around, and then getting used to backing it up, getting used to using it in low range. So when you're in low range, you're going to be using the loader or the grapple, that sort of thing. When you're in medium range, that's when you'll be using a mower, or the flail mower, or a mid-mount mower, those sorts of things. When you're in high, like she's in right now, that's from getting from point A to point B. But the thing is, getting used to operating it, no pressure, just enjoying it. Then it becomes, you get to use it for all the utilities that you know, all of the functions you want it to use it for. Now she only has it probably around 1600 RPMs right now. So she's going to turn it around there, I think. Or she's going to stay right close and go right around. No. She's going to go backwards now? What is she going to do? So getting used to backing up, turning around some. She's playing with the loader now. Oh, she's trying to get it level, the base of it. I showed her how to do that, but that's more of an intermediate step, or potentially advanced step for some folks and all. And what I mean by that is the base plate of the loader, you want it parallel with the flat surface of the ground to scoop into a pile, whether it's wood chips, compost, or scooping into, you know, a dirt pile. Otherwise, if it's not level, it's probably tilted up some when you're just driving it around, and that way what's going to happen is you'll climb the dirt pile instead of scoop into get a good volume placed in the bucket. So what you doing now? Playing with the seat and the wheel. That's right, get it adjusted. Yep.
You know, I was like, where is it? I could find this spot, but I couldn't find that spot.
Yeah, this mat I have a hard time with because I keep my weight, it pops it out of its little nubs here.
Oh.
So it's got to be pressed back down in there. But I was getting up and down on it and all.
What's these buttons?
Those buttons operate the third function, which is hydraulics here to open and close a grapple.
Oh.
So this, it'll still have the other functions where we're tilting down, tilting up, lifting the arms, dropping the arms, but those other buttons, what they'll do is open and close the grapple.
Oh, okay.
That was an add-on feature.
Okay. And this is a four-way flasher if you want just like a car.
Yep.
That's all this stuff.
Oh, your horn doesn't work, hon.
Oh my God. Nope.
Yeah, I think that's, yep, your four ways you're on right
yeah,
now.
There's a little green
Yep,
light.
and you can see it there.
Okay.
So when you're on the road and all, left and right turn signals, here are your headlights here.
Oh, off. On.
Yep.
And it on, off. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe there isn't a horn on here. We'll have to look in the manual and see if there is one.
What's the park thing?
The park thing is when you put your foot on here and depress it down all the way, and you're on a hill,
Oh,
you can press that down and then take your foot off it, and it'll lock it in the down position,
Okay.
the applied brake position.
And what's this one?
That one's for cruise control. So if you're driving down the road and you don't want to hold your foot on the pedal all the time,
Oh, okay.
so
That'll be a while.
yeah, that'll be a little while, hon.
I'm going around the yard.
That's right.
All right, so tomorrow it's downhill to
You're gonna ride it a little bit more now?
Yeah, I think I'll go around one more time.
Yeah.
And then,
And try your different, you know, have it in high and go faster. Go ahead and turn the RPMs up. There's no weight in it now, so the air, there isn't the weight to help compress down the tires on this. It doesn't really have a suspension system on it. It's a tractor. But it will be bouncy. The faster you go over a bump, it'll throw you some. So I'd say get used to it and all.
okay. I'll go around a little bit more.
Yeah. Over there you can go around the whole thing there. Just, just be mindful of this. Anything big, you don't want things getting caught on the canopy.
And if I go around the pond that way and past the tigers, I can go back around to the backside of 6, right? I'm not gonna, by the almond trees.
You can go by the backside of 6 and not really get on the area that I seeded and all. You just got to stay tight to the pile that I put there. Or you can go right around pond 7 on the other side and then come back that way. So you just turn right after you see where I cut the wood and go down, in the area that's, a straight, there's a straightaway there.
Yep. Well, that's why I went behind the pile close so I didn't get on the seed. And then I made a left by the raspberry plantings and
Yep.
went by the 3 rocks and then came up this.
Okay, you can do it that way, or you can go around pond 7.
Okay, I'll do that now.
Oh boy. Okay, hon.
Then I'll park it. Now,
And if you get nervous, just slow it down some.
yeah, I'm good at that.
Okay, hon. You're doing a good job. A very, very good job.
Pressure.
Oh my God.
Which mailbox is it? Across the street or down over there?
It's across the street.
Right, because
Dan-
there's a balloon on our neighbors.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's probably balloons on it. The driveway that's just to the right of our driveway.
Yeah.
So when you go out our driveway, the first one on the left, on the other side of the road.
Okay.
All right.
See now.
You don't have to hold it anymore. It's already. Oh my God.
First you have to lift the bucket.
That's right. Yeah, lift the bucket.
I notice when I go in and pivot, the bucket gets very close.
That's right. That's right. So you pay attention to what's ahead of you. So if you're going down and then it's going to go back up, you need to lift the bucket. Yeah. You go, girl. I told her she'll have fun with this. Little does she know, she's going to be working her butt off with that. Just kidding. Well, this is interesting. I don't get to take little breaks and do this sort of thing very often. It's been years. So over here by pond 5 now. So over there along the western property line, we've got all of those black locust trees that hang right over, so I got to do a lot of pruning down in there. And one of the things we always want to be aware of, if we're in a cab or we have a canopy like this, anything big that can catch on it can be an issue. She's doing a good job. Best thing you can do with a new tractor is get out there and use it. New excavator, new track loader, whatever it is, even if you're used to them. Now, she hasn't been used to using anything other than Pepe for years. And I'm sure, besides her own concerns of bumping into something, denting it, those sorts of things, I'm sure she's concerned if I'm staying close to her and watching her that I'm going to be disappointed, that sort of thing. So it's really important to give her space and let her have a good time with it, have good experiences with it. So that's it. So that's our introduction to Mini Me, as Thea is named, the Kubota. And so let me know in the comments what you think about a little small tractor like this. Do you have one? Are you interested in getting a tractor for your homestead, your small farm? Do you want to hear more about, the various pieces of equipment? I plan on gradually introducing more bits of information about the excavator, the track loader, all those sorts of things, and why I chose the particular pieces of equipment that I did choose. This one here is really nice for Thea to get started with, and it's really excellent for, we can take the ROPS down, pull the canopy off, I can get in between and take small loads of materials and go inside of a trellis or go in between some of the fruit trees that are close together in the food forest. So there are several functions for it, and it's also meant for Thea to get comfortable with it. So let me know in the comments what you think about this video, and if you found it of value, give us a thumb up, share it with your friends, and by all means, folks, stay safe and take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.